Welcome to Record Retrieval. File Operating System Upgrade Program. Self-Esteem. Headphone suggested for binaural effect. Stop playback while navigating travel vessels or operating machinery. Listen when you can relax safely and bring your full awareness to complete ease.
Make sure your phone is silenced. Stick a note on your door to not be disturbed. This is wonderful stuff and I want you to really enjoy it. Begin by sitting or laying in a comfortable position. A way to relax is look up as if you're looking into your eyebrows. Keep your eyeballs up and close the lids down. This triggers the body into REM, rapid eye movement. When you're in REM, it means you're just in a state where you're highly suggestible, able to accept suggestions, and every suggestion you're about to hear is a good suggestion, a healing suggestion, a healthy suggestion, so you can let them in. It's safe, you're safe. You're going to let go of negative stuff and embrace positive stuff. So, roll up your eyeballs as if you're trying to look into your eyebrows. And while keeping your eyeballs up, just close the lids down. Now you might feel that rapid eye movement. Feel free to reach up and touch your eyelid gently and just be aware that your eyes are moving. Or you might not notice this at all. Doesn't matter. Now that you've practiced this, let's begin. Making sure you can't be disturbed and making sure your feet are not touching. And if you're sitting with your arms apart on your sides or one hand on top of each thigh. I want you to look up as high as you possibly can and just breathe in and breathe out. And again, keeping your eyeballs up, breathe in slow and deep and breathe out. Each time you blink, that's hypnosis coming upon you. One more time, breathe in, keep your eyeballs up. Every time you blink, hypnosis is coming upon you. And again now, as you exhale, keep your eyeballs up and just close your eyelids right down, all the way down. And just allow a drifting, floating feeling to develop in your body. And I want you to just drop your chin down just a fraction so that you really feel that looking down feeling that you might get when you look over a balcony or down a flight of stairs. And now you can forget all about the position of your eyes. No longer rolled up, just let your eyeballs go wherever they want to go. Feel that looking down feeling that you get as you look downstairs. And as I count, you're going to see your feet, hear your feet, feel your feet walking each step. You're moving on to step 10 as each muscle, every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're taking step 9 and 8, and you can see your feet, hear your feet, feel your feet walking each step. As you move down, drift down, travel down to an even deeper level. You're taking step 7, and you're going deeper with every number I count. You're taking step 6, you're going deeper with every sound you hear. You're taking step 5, you're halfway down as each muscle, every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're taking step 4 as you gently, calmly, easily move on to an even deeper level. With the next numbers I descend, you'll double enable the state of relaxation, you're taking step 3, and any sound, noise, or movement around you, even the sound of your own breathing, is carrying you deeper and further into such a relaxed, such a healing state of hypnosis. You're taking step 2, and deeper just means that you're going deeper into an awareness of yourself. It's safe, it's wonderful. And now you're taking step 1. Just go deeper, sleep deeper, drift deeper. Every time the bell rings and I say the words, go deeper, or sleep deeper, you're going deeper. So just go deeper. And deeper. And even deeper still. Just go deeper. Drift deeper. Sink deeper and deeper. That just means you're going deeper to a level where you're suggestible. Hypnosis is not about being asleep. It's really about how suggestible you are. I'm going to show you how suggestible you are, and every suggestion I give you is going to really go in and begin to powerfully transform your life. So, remember, something different and rather wonderful happens when you're hypnotized. And you're going to feel that now because I want you to simply imagine you're holding in your left hand the most powerful lemon, a big juicy lemon. In fact, I want you to imagine you're holding half a lemon in your hand. And as you squeeze it, you can feel that wonderful lemon texture. And with your eyes remaining closed, I want you to imagine bringing your hand up to your mouth and cramming that whole half of a lemon in your mouth. Push that lemon into your mouth and start chewing and sucking the flesh. Start swallowing all the juice. Start swirling chunks of lemon around your mouth. And what's happening as you think about biting, sucking, chewing, and eating half a lemon is that your brilliant mind is actually pumping out saliva to a thought when there's no lemon. This experiment is safe, and it's just to show you if you believe you're eating a lemon, your body makes saliva to a belief. Because every belief you have has a physical reaction in your body. And we all have beliefs about being rejected. Somewhere, somehow, someone has rejected you, hurt you, told you things about you that are false, and your mind has held on to them. So I'm going to count you back to a scene, and another scene, and another two, and these scenes are going to show you just how and where and why and when you acquired a fear of being rejected. And as you understand why, you are going to become free of that fear, not just today, for the rest of your life. So right now, I want you to forget about today, forget about tomorrow, and let your mind go blank. You're going to access your memories. Simply imagine that you're going back in time. You're going back to your childhood home. You're going back to the home that you lived in between the age of 2 and 8. And if you lived in more than one home between 2 and 8, it doesn't matter. Your mind will pick the right home. And even as I have you think about that and consider that your mind is taking you back and back and back, and you are standing in the street, you are standing outside that home that you lived in between the ages of 2 and 8. You're walking through the front door. You're now inside that home. And you're drawn like a heat-seeking magnet towards the direction of just outside the doorway to your bedroom you slept in as a child. And now, if the door is closed to your bedroom, your hand is on the door handle and pause. You're just about to go into your childhood bedroom. In that room is you as a child, and you know that little child so well. And you have a complete affinity, a love of that child, a love with that child. And they know that you're them all grown up, and they have an affinity, a love with you too. And they'll tell you anything you need to know. So open the door, go into the room, and there, sitting on the bed, is you as a little child between the ages of 2 and 7. And you're sitting down next to that little child. You know that little child so well. This is you as a child. And they know that you are them, all grown up. And they're completely comfortable with you being in the room with them. And I want you to ask that child some questions. As you ask each question, the answer will spring to your mind as if you typed it into Google and hit search. And the first thing you're asking that child is, are you happy or unhappy? And the answer is coming up immediately. I want you to ask that child another question, who loves you? And the answer will come up immediately. I want you to ask that child if they feel lovable. And I want you to ask them what the people raising them, usually mommy or daddy, or that could be grandparents or relatives or other adults, what do the people raising them do or not do that make that child feel not lovable enough? And now, here's one more question. I want you to ask that child very clearly, who is rejecting you? What are the people around you doing or not doing that make you feel rejected? That child will tell you straight away with that childhood honesty and clarity what it is that makes them feel rejected. Who makes them feel rejected? Could be children at school, could be siblings, could be neighbors or neighbors' children. And now, as the bell rings, you're going to hear some words being said, some words that were said to that little child. When you were a little child, as I count to 3, you're going to hear certain words on the count of 1, 2, and 3. Your ears are wide open. You can remember something being said to you, about you, even over you. Something that led you to fear being rejected, to feel that you're rejected, to feel that you're not good enough. Something to do with you feeling that you're not smart enough, or pretty enough, or attractive enough, that you haven't got what the other kids have. So I want you to look at that little child and just feel what they're feeling. Hear what they heard. see what they saw. And now, as I count backwards, your brilliant mind is going to take you right back to a scene, place, event that's all to do with when you first got this perception that people might or even are rejecting you. Right now, on the count of 5, your brilliant mind is pulling you back, taking you back, moving you back, drawing you back. You're going back to a scene that has all to do with you feeling rejected. On the count of 4, you're becoming younger, smaller, lighter, shorter. On the count of 3, years are peeling away from your body. On the count of 2, you're drifting back. It's like you're in a time tunnel being pulled back, drawn back, taken back to a vivid, vital scene that is the cause, the reason, the root of you still fearing rejection. On the count of 1, just be there. As I ring the bell, a scene is springing into your mind as easily as a computer screen flashing up as you turn it on. This scene is coming into your mind as I ask you a set of questions you instinctively and automatically answer each one. The first question is, are you inside or outside? You just know. Is it daytime or nighttime? You know that too. About how old are you? And here's the only question that really matters, which you're going to answer perfectly. What are you doing, seeing, feeling, and more than anything, what are you experiencing? And as you hear me saying, what are you experiencing, you're feeling that experience as if it just happened yesterday. What are you feeling? What are you hearing? What is being said about you, to you, around you? What's going on? You may be at home with a critical parent, or a critical relation, or a critical sitter. You may be at school with some children who are mean, or a teacher. Maybe it's your siblings. I want you to just be aware of what you're feeling and experiencing as if it happened yesterday. And I want you to keep that image to one side. It's as if you've got a video recording of a moment in your past and you're putting that to one side. Because now we're going back to another scene, even more vivid, even more vital, all to do with how, where, why, when you acquired a fear of being rejected and a belief that people can reject you. On the count of 5, you're becoming younger, smaller, lighter, shorter. On the count of 4, years, months, weeks, days are peeling away from your body. On the count of 3, you're drifting way back, being pulled back, drawn back, taken back. On the count of 2, you're going back, back in time to a scene that is all to do with being rejected. On the count of 1, you're drifting right back, right now. Just be there. And again, as I ask you these questions, a scene is springing into your mind like you're switching on a television. And the picture coming into focus. This scene where you are now, is it daytime or is it nighttime? You just know. Are you inside or outside? Are you on your own or is anybody with you? And finally, what are you doing? Seeing, feeling, and more more than anything, what are you experiencing? You're feeling the feeling. Experiencing the experience. And remembering that scene as if it happened yesterday. Of course, you don't have to relive this. You're reviewing if someone said something really mean or even slapped your leg. You don't relive that, you review it. And you're reviewing this because it's giving you the most profound level of understanding about you. So just one more time, you're now going back to the most vital, crucial, vivid scene of all. That is all to do with how, where, why, when you got this perception, this belief about you being rejected. On the count of 5, you're drifting back to a vivid, vital, crucial scene that is all to do with how you got to be this way. On the count of 4, you're becoming years younger. On the count of 3 and 2, you're becoming smaller, lighter, shorter, years, months, weeks, days are peeling away from your body. You're drifting right back, right now being pulled back, drawn back, taken back to the most vivid scene that is the cause, the reason, the root of you fearing rejection. Just be there. And this scene, this time, is it daytime or nighttime? Are you inside or outside? You just know. How old are you? About. And finally, the only question that matters, what are you doing? Seeing? Feeling? What are you experiencing? You can feel that feeling like it happened yesterday. So I want you to keep those 3 scenes in your mind. I want you to look over and around and through those scenes right now. Your brilliant mind is looking at those scenes. As it looks at them, it understands exactly how and where and why and when you got this fear of being rejected. And as your mind looks at these scenes, it's already processing this all and going, oh yeah, these people said that really mean thing to me. Someone said something mean, did something mean. I heard something mean. I thought my parents preferred my brother or my sister. I thought my teacher liked all these other kids. Or I thought I was ugly or stupid or poor or different. It doesn't matter what it is. It only matters that you're beginning to see just how and where and why, and more than anything, when you got these beliefs. You see, what you're seeing is that when you have been on the planet for just a few years, maybe 3 years, maybe 4, you came to some conclusions about yourself. And when you've been on the planet for just a few years, you came to a conclusion. You formed a belief you made about an opinion. People reject me. I'm not good enough. I'm not as good as other people, and I get rejected. And I want you to look at how, why, and where you did that. I want you to imagine you're holding those 3 recordings in one hand. And in the other hand, you're holding a scene of you today with this issue, this fear of rejection that holds you back. And your brilliant mind is showing you that those early scenes are all to do with why you got rejected. And understanding is power. And as you look over and around and through those scenes, this understanding is so powerful, so liberating, so transforming. You understand why and how those scenes affect you. You also understand something else. You're not that little child. You don't have to live with those critical people. This isn't you. It will never be you. And as you understand how and where and why you got rejected, you understand something else. It will forever now, for the rest of your life, be nothing. irrelevant, dispensable, inappropriate. It's over. You're now bored of them, and you release those feelings to move forward and leave them behind permanently. So I want you to be back in that bedroom with that sweet little child. I want you to wrap your arms around that little child, or take that little child by the hand. I want you to take them back to where you live now. I want you to walk them through the front door, and I want you to show them where you live now. And where you live now, there are people accepting you, keeping you safe. You don't go to a school with critical teachers or bullying classmates. You don't go to a school where others put you down. You don't live with parents that hurt you, and even if you did, you have the power that you did not have at 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. You can leave at any time. So I want you to upgrade that child into the home you live in now. Show them your phone with all the numbers of friends that like to hear from you. Show them. Show them that you have your own bank account. You manage it. You have access to transportation, a credit card, or a bank card. All these things were not available to you when you were so young. They're available now, and I want you to remember all the things you most wanted to hear as a child. You see, you know even better than me. I know, because we all want to hear the same things. You're a great kid. I love you. How lucky am I to be your parent? How lucky am I to raise a great kid as you? You know even better than me. So I want you to repeat some words I'm going to say. I want you to repeat them out loud. Only you are listening. It's more powerful to say them out loud. I want you to hold that little child in your arms, and I want you to say out loud, I'm becoming a loving parent to you now. No one in the world can play this role like I can. I love you exactly the way you are. I love you completely and unconditionally. It's given to you freely. You're safe with me. I'm here protecting you always. I'll always have time for you. I'll always listen to you. You and I have balance now. We can do anything. And I want you to show the little child the world you live in now, a world of friends and love and success. And even if you haven't got all of that yet, you're absolutely moving towards that, because what you want wants you, and what you're moving towards is absolutely moving towards you. I want you to upgrade that child right now. I want you to think of all the things you most wanted to hear, and I want you to say them out loud. And let's start by saying, you're such a great child. You're so lovable. I'm so lucky to have you. I'm so lucky I get to raise you. You're so sweet. You're so smart. You're attractive. You're intelligent. You're clever. You're lovable. And when you grow up, you're going to find so many people that love you because you are lovable. And nobody can reject you because you're smart and lovable and you're a good kid. want you to add in the things you most needed to hear. I'm glad you're you. And as you repeat even more words of what you really, really needed to hear, you're the best kid. You're wonderful. I want you to think of something else. Even if your parents didn't love you, didn't want you, didn't plan you, and for some people, that's a sad reality. The truth is, somebody wanted you to be here. There are people who'd sell their house to have in vitro fertilization to have a baby, who'd be great parents, and sadly, it never works. And there are other people who really don't appreciate the phenomenal gifts of the children they have. You are a gift to your parents. You're a gift. You're meant to be here. And even if your parents did not want you, didn't appreciate you, and failed to honor you, the truth is, the universe, Creator, wanted you to be here, and wanted you to be you, and put you here. And the universe that put you on this planet will support you 1,000% in knowing that you belong to life. And that life belongs to you. It'll support you. You're a part of life's longing for itself. You always have been, and you always will be. And you simply cannot be rejected. To be rejected, you have to let it in. And if you keep it out, you can't be rejected. People can be mean and critical. Instead, you're choosing every day to keep it out because you remember the key words. I'm telling you, my voice is going with you. My voice is staying with you. My voice is having a powerful, permanent, all-pervasive impact on you. You remember these words. Critical people have the most criticism reserved for themselves. They're unhappy. They don't like themselves. And they criticize everyone else too, so that other people will feel as bad as they feel. Now, superior people praise. And you're becoming an expert at praising yourself. You praise yourself all the time. Every day you say, I'm lovable. I matter. I am accepted. I love myself. I accept myself. I believe in myself. I'm here with something valuable to offer. Every day as you praise yourself, your self-esteem goes up. Your sense of self-worth goes up. Your sense of self-value and self-image goes up. And then something even more wonderful happens. Other people's sense of your worth and value and image go up too. You believe in yourself. The most important words you hear are the words you say to yourself. And so every day you praise yourself. Every day you go back and you talk to that child. I want you right now to install that child in your home. You've taken them out of that childhood home. Put them in the home where you live now. If you have children, add them to the children you're doing a better job with than your parents did with you. If you live with a partner that loves you, invite that child to feel that acceptance and care. And if you live alone, it's okay, because remember, you're becoming a loving parent to this child, and no one can do a job quite as good as you. So that child lives in your world. And every day when you're doing the most simple thing, like riding down the street in your vehicle, or paying for your own groceries, or going to work, you say, hey, I'm not a kid because I'm driving down the street, and I'm using my funds to buy stuff. I'm taking a bus, riding a train, because I'm older now. I no longer live in that old home. I'm only accepted now. And this is the truth about you. Nobody can reject you unless you give them your permission, and that's over. Because you know the truth about you, and I know the truth about you. You matter. You're significant. You belong. From now on, you're accepted, and you're developing phenomenal coping skills. Every day, you remind yourself that you matter, you're significant, and you love yourself. You give and receive love, and all those fears of rejection, they're shrinking, disappearing. They are going, they're gone. Everything that made you fear rejection is being shattered and smashed, and it's out of your life, in the past, all of it. It's all behind you. It's something you had, and it's simply over, done, released, leaving you free from now on as you move on from one fantastic accomplishment to another. And let's just do one more thing. I want you to imagine those people that rejected you, the parents that criticized you, the relatives that put you down, the kids or teachers that bullied you. I want you to imagine that when you're in your contemporary home, those parents are in your house. They've turned up with their luggage, and they want to move in. They've had a moment where they've suddenly realized how incredible you are, and all they want to do is follow you around the house going, I love you, I love you, I love you. Let me make you breakfast. Let me make you dinner. Let me sit with you and tell you how much I love you. Let me walk you to work and walk home with you, travel with you, hang out with you, watch TV with you. I want you to imagine how long you could take it if those critical parents suddenly moved into your life and were there the minute you woke up till the minute you went to bed, just praising you. I want you to imagine the bully that suddenly wants to be your friend and says, you know, I was actually jealous of you because you have something I didn't have. And I know most people would say, I couldn't even take that for a weekend. An hour? That's enough. Some people would say, 5 minutes? My mom and my dad living in my house, praising me? I don't want that. Because guess what? You don't need it. When you were a kid, you needed people to love you and protect you from rejection. And now, you're all grown up. You're doing such a stellar, phenomenal job. You don't need those critical people from your past to love you, because you're doing an awesome job, a phenomenal job, an outstanding job of loving yourself, of seeing how lovable you are. You're only accepted. You are bulletproof, word-proof, microaggression-proof, rejection-proof. People can say horrible things and you can let all of that go. It's just an opinion. You can keep it out. So as you go deeper, you're aware of a powerful transformation taking place in you. You like yourself. You really love yourself. And because you like yourself, other people like you. Every day you move on from one amazing accomplishment to another. You love yourself, and you like other people, and they like you right back. You praise yourself and other people, and they praise you back. You believe in yourself. You massively increase your own level of self-worth, self-value, and self-image, and everyone around you does the same thing. And when people are harsh and mean and critical, you understand that they're having a bad day, that your parents probably did the best they could. It wasn't enough. They probably had pretty awful parents themselves, and you're shattering that. You're doing better. You're a loving person. You like yourself. You believe in yourself. You love yourself. You feel good about yourself. You have a warm, magnetic personality. People like you. You like you. And every day you praise yourself. And one final thing that's really going to heal you. I want you to go back to those 3 scenes, and I want you to imagine the person that bullied you actually really likes you and wants to hang out with you and wants to be your friend. The parents that put you down are suddenly recognizing what a great child you are. And the people that diminished you and hurt you just want to love you, because you see, you can change those scenes and confuse your mind. You don't need to, but no matter how bad your childhood or adolescence was, it is always the time, just the right time to have a happy childhood. Even now, you can remember that you have money for things. people to hang out with. You don't have to go to a school you hate ever again. You're free. If you want to, you can even go back and make those 3 scenes look the way you would have liked them to look. And that too will have such a powerful transformation in you. So I'm just going to tell you a really quick story before you come back to your full awareness. A holy man, a very spiritual man, was interviewed by a journalist who didn't like him. The journalist kept saying, "Oh, you're just a fake," and "Oh, you're bogus," and "I don't believe in any of this holy stuff." And the holy man just smiled and beamed and continued to smile and beam as the journalist got really rather annoyed and asked, "Why are you smiling and beaming when I keep criticizing you?" And the holy man said, "Well, my dear boy, if you give me a gift and I don't take the gift, who has the gift?" And the journalist had to go, "Well, I guess you do." And that's right. If I refuse your gifts, you have the gifts. So if I refuse your criticisms, I'm leaving them with you. And that is such a metaphor for life. People can be mean and harsh and critical. You can leave that with them. They're having a bad day. People have bad days. You're having great days because you praise yourself. Believe in yourself. Rejection is over. You accept yourself and are accepted. The most important words you'll ever hear are the words you say to yourself and believe. The most important opinion is your opinion. It's irrelevant what happened in your childhood. And even if so, just one more time, look over and around and through those scenes, and as you understand how they affected you, how they influenced you, you understand something even more powerful. As the lovely, talented, lovable grown-up person that you are today, it's now unnecessary and irrelevant, inappropriate, and uninteresting to dwell on those old thoughts or believe those old beliefs ever again. They're out of your life. They're in your past. You are lovable. And every day you say those last few sentences in your head, "I accept myself as lovable. I see myself as lovable. I am lovable. I easily give love. I easily accept it. I'm filled and nourished by the love that surrounds me now and always, and fill and nourish other people with my love." You say those words and believe those words every day, because the truth is, you're lovable. You always have been. You always will be. You easily give and receive love. You're filled and nourished and sustained by the love that's available to you, and you sustain other people with your love. And you refuse rejection, because to be rejected, you have to give the person trying to reject you all your power. You have to believe everything that they believe. And you have a choice every day, every moment to refuse that. And you make that great choice every day, every moment, because you are rejection proof. You love you. You praise you. You recognize you. You are bulletproof. Feeling bulletproof, feeling phenomenal, feeling extraordinary, feeling wonderful, feeling able to come back to your full awareness, the same and different, and knowing that every time you think these thoughts, my voice will go with you. My voice will go with you. My voice will stay with you. It's having right now a powerful, permanent, all-pervasive, wonderful, healing impact on you. So on the count of 1, you're returning to your full awareness, feeling amazing. On the count of 2, you're feeling at peace. On the count of 3, you're feeling extraordinary. On the count of 4, feeling so proud of yourself. On the count of 5, feeling amazing, with an understanding that is so liberating, so freeing, so empowering. Just open up your eyes and fill up your lungs and take a deep breath. Give yourself a few minutes. You've done something extraordinary, and I salute you for that. And thank you so much for taking this journey with me, because it is a journey to upgrade yourself, to be the person you were meant to be. And every day, I want you to remember that you are bulletproof, rejection-proof. People can say and do mean things, and you choose to reject that. Keep it out. And that choice is changing your life. Well done. And be aware that over the next few days and hours, many more scenes may come to you. In bed, you might dream some dreams. You may even feel a little tearful. The most important words are, let go. You may have a massive letting go now as you let go of the hurt. Because you see, events don't affect you. They don't. What affects you is the meaning you attach to an event and the interpretation you put onto an event. And that's great news, because you know what that means. You can change the interpretation right now. You can change the meaning. Yes, your parents may have loved your sister or brother more, and this doesn't mean you're not lovable. It just means they couldn't see what an amazing kid you were. Great that you can. So change the interpretation. Change the meaning. Expect more scenes to come up. Expect to feel maybe even emotional because you're letting go. That's so powerful, and expect to feel phenomenal and incredible and rejection-proof. And thank you for listening to me and sharing this time together. Let's explore again next time.